You're watching Banks. Another vibe, another reaction. Let's get right straight into it.
This is another one based, I would say, on the great himself. By the thumbnail, you guys already know what you were clicking into. And this is Don Jazzy. Don Jazzy is a terrific producer. I think he's gone past being a GOAT. I mean, he's like a staple, and especially in the Nigerian music industry. Then secondary, or should I say secondary? Secondly, he's possibly one of the greatest producers in Africa, because I haven't visited all African countries, and I don't listen to every single African song from each African country. So I can't say he's the best out of all the African producers. You know what I mean? That's not true. That would be too subjective. You know what I mean? But this is what I want you guys to know about Don Jazzy before we go into my top 5 Don Jazzy produced songs. Michael Collins Ajere, I think that's Don Jazzy. He's Igbo, I guess, and we share the same name, Collins. You know what I mean? He was born in 1982. All of these things are not important. I'm just going by what I know based on what he's put out anyway. He's a Nigerian producer, like I mentioned as well, a brand ambassador, he's a record executive, he's a musician, and he's an entrepreneur, an influencer, and he's best known as Don Jazzy. He's the CEO of Maven Records. But if you don't know Maven Records, then I don't know. He created Maven Records. That's another story that will be told another day. Anyway, so Don Jazzy first started, especially when he burst into the scene in Nigeria. It was him and the Banj, and they co-owned a label that's now defunct, which was called More Hits. And for real, they had hits. And but anyway, that's my rundown on Don Jazzy. I don't want to bore you guys with a lot of things, because that's not what you guys are here for. This is not a documentary on the life of Don Jazzy. I just want to focus on my top 5. You know what I mean? I think, again, it's my opinion. Best songs from Don Jazzy. So I just want you guys to go with the flow. Anyway, let's get straight into the first one. The first song, I would say my number 5 on my list, which is the list that no one asked for. Starting with my number 5, it has to be a song that came out in 2028, and the kick, the drums, the bass on this one, just it was so unusual when it came out, because a lot of people heard this tune and they probably shook their head and go, nah, this guy is taking he's taking liberties. He's bullying us with this now. This beat was just amazing on every level. I mean, it was unprecedented. We've never heard anything like that before. I'm gonna be honest, I know that's a cliche sort of phrase to use, but honestly, at that time anyway, I've been listening to Afrobeat since 1999. I'm talking about commercial Afrobeats, not talking about the local ones that never like sort of branched out to the world or to the other side of the pond. But I'm talking commercially, like songs that could be digestible to the Western world. Started from 1998, really and truly. But we always say 99. I always say 99 because that was like the prominent year that I sort of like blew and I went across in Nigeria in itself. Anyway, guys, so yes, this is my number 5.
Don't know about you, I'm handsome. Most people wanna hold me for ransom. Collect fall up in my mansion. African Michael Jackson. You're picking me down to the feel like some.
What a jam. Till today, I think that song would stand the test of time. Honestly, the beat is still very modern. It's not, there's some songs you listen to and go, oh, this is cringe. Oh, I don't think it would do anything now. But Don Jazzy is such a genius that his beats, honestly, they could be played now and they'll still, they might not be in your top 10, but they will surely be in your top 20. That's how great his beats are. But for me, they'll always be in the top 10. Anyway, moving on to my number 4. This one is special. This one has to be, how do I describe this? Because the first time I heard it, I was like unsure on how I was just very unsure on how this would be even just moving forward with music. And but I'll tell you something, because it was so, how do I put it, it's just like, oh man, the song is so amazing in such a weird way, I would say, because it touches actually the most important parts of people's lives, especially people that like to go partying, people that like to like go to clubs, people that like to celebrate with drinks. By now I'm sort of giving it away if you're conversant with Don Jazzy's sort of produced or sort of works. You would know one song I'm talking about. This one was an amazing one. This is my number 4.
Pop, pop, pop. Pop, 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 something. Pop, 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 something. Say if you carry and you know it make you pop something. Pop, 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 pop,
Madness. We go celebrate. Hey, we go pop champagne. That's an amazing tune. That again, this is what I'm saying about Don Jazzy. It's kind of the things he's producing, or the things he co-own, but the things he sort of works on as a producer, or maybe a songwriter, or I don't know, just working on a project or on a song. They seem to be relatable, and you can easily play that song again now in any club. It's still a banger, honestly. Anyway, moving on to my number 3 without further ado. This one was special. I'll tell you why this one was really special, and it could have easily been my number 1, but for so many reasons I don't think I can make it my number 1. I'll tell you why this was special. This one topped so many charts. You see, the conversation of charts was not happening. I'm telling you right now. The conversations surrounding charts or topping charts never happened until this song came about. And by now you should know, and this is my number 3.
I have a confession, don't take it personal. I have a confession, so you gotta listen. I have a confession, don't take it personal. I say I have a confession, so you gotta listen. See, I like Beyonce, but she tell we jigga.
Yeah, that dominated charts in the UK, worldwide actually. It was in everywhere. People were remixing it. If you want to know how big a song is, just type it up and type DJ remixes or DJ mixes. You would hear a lot of techno infused sound to that song. Loads of stuff. Like, I'll give you an example. For instance, if you go and look for Drake's One Dance, there's so many versions of One Dance. Like, too many. That's how big the tune is. So that's just an example of what this tune, Oliver Twist, did. Like, once you hear that, you know what it is. Anyway, moving to my number 2. My number 2 would come as a surprise to a lot of people, but it shouldn't be a surprise, because this one was a banger. Like, man, I'll tell you why it was a banger, because at that time, this was in 2028. 2008. At that time, the industry was buzzing. Everyone was like, yo, we're just doing our thing. You know what I mean? Like, everyone was just dropping songs. We're just excited. And this came as, like, for me, listening to it, I went, wow, this guy, he's just sealed it. And because in that same year, in that 2000, why am I trying to say 2028? Sorry, in that 2008, a lot of bangers were released. There were literally so many great songs that were released in that year, and this one came like the beat is of madness. Anyway, check out my number 2. Just even the start of the song, just check it out. Mate, that beat is a madness. I swear down. We talk about Timbaland, Pharrell, and all the other great producers that that obviously in the other side of the world, I'm talking America or UK, Don Jazzy is a maniac. That beat is that's a crazy man making a beat, man. They just the kicks, the snares, the drop, everything just mashed up together, and it made sense. Like, man, it's crazy, man. Wow, them days. Yo, anyway, finally, well, we are at my number one. Oh yeah, this brings back memories, especially with friends, families, and when this tune was released, I remember precisely where I was, what I was doing, what I was sitting in front of. Actually, I was sitting in front of my laptop. No, computer. Then we had a computer. We didn't have a laptop. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I went on not just OK.com. I'll never forget. Clicked play. And oh my God. I was like, no way. As soon as I downloaded that song on my phone, every house party I went to, that was when obviously Afrobeats was still not accepted, but I was pushing it and I was forcing people to listen to this tune. I knew so many of my mates that were Nigerians and they didn't like Afrobeats, but this song got them like, oh, it doesn't sound local anymore, it doesn't sound bush anymore. Do you get it? Like, this tune literally opened a few doors, man. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, check out my number one.
Some of them there, you me see, but low, I'm a flash, I'm a classy, I'm a
It's just amazing, isn't it? Crazy, man. Hey, shout out to One Day Cole, Don Jazzy, man. Don Jazzy. Unbelievable. And guess what? He's still here. This guy is unbelievable. He's created so many, he's given a platform to so many stars. He's had more hits, got defunct. They had they changed to Maven Records, and in that same Maven Records they've had like 3 batches. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to, you know what I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying, share my my top 5 Don Jazzy produced songs, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyways, until next time, peace.
Fire!